Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Jason from Straight Edge Knives. Got another video today for you, and today this is going to be on the Kerbit knife made by Houghton Era Outdoors. Nate and Aaron Morgan. Nate and Aaron Morgan over there at Houghton Era designed this bad boy, and they actually made this pretty much in house themselves. Their previous two designs, the Brush Wolf, which was made by Tops Knives, Great Blade, was obviously made by Tops, and then the Solidago harangue style machete, like get it out of my sheath, was made by Tops for them as well. Even though it was designed by Nate and Aaron Morgan, Tops made this and the brush wheel for them. So they wanted to build their own blade in house, and what they came up with was the Kermit. And man, this is a cool little blade, guys. Cool little EDC sitting around the camp, do camp chores. Look at that little guy, the Kermit. It's got a very nice handle. This is a 154 CM. I had to think about that for a second. Got some cats fighting back here. 154 CM still. I believe in the future models that they do, they're going to be doing CPM 154, if I'm not mistaken. But man, this thing's got, I mean, these are all pretty much being made by hand by Nate and Aaron Morgan. They're doing, I believe the only thing they're not doing is the heat treat. I believe they're sending that out. I could be wrong. Please, if I am, Aaron, don't shoot me. But I believe they're sending these out to be heat treated, but all the grinding and everything else is, and the handles being put on and shaped are all being done by Nate and Aaron. And then Aaron, I'm not sure if Nate makes the sheaths or makes any sheaths at all, but I know Aaron is definitely making sheaths. And look at this. This thing's a very, very nice sheath. One of the things when I purchased this one from Aaron at Blade Show that I dug was just, I really dig this green stitching, and this kind of this, I don't know, muggy, swampy type green color that they did on the sheath. I don't know. I just thought it was really cool and kind of went with the whole Kermit theme, and I really liked it, especially with it got the green liners there. But I mean, it fits very nicely in the sheath. Because you got enough of this handle sticking out, it's easy to get it, pull it out, get your hands on it, use it for whatever you got to use it for. Primarily you're going to be using this for small camp tasks or small EDC tasks. You're going to be, cutting rope, boxes, maybe making some feather sticks for a fire, things like that. But hey, let's get into some cutting, right? That's what we want to see this thing do, right? It came with a very nice edge out of the box. This is a kind of a piece of bungee cord, so it cuts right through that. You had to come down here and put your finger on the back here. You could come in and do nice little fine cuts like this. Cut those off like that. Easily do that, which is nice. There is multiple hand positions for this, so you can get your finger up in the finger choil, put your thumb up here and do some nice, push some hard cuts if you needed to. You could choke back if you needed to, like so. Give you a little extra blade. You can do whatever you need to do, or you can come up here and put your finger over the top and do some finer cutting. If you had to get in there and do some, what they call it, caping when you're skinning out an animal, you can definitely do that with this. You had to trim up some, here, this is a propane hose. It's kind of reinforced. You see me cut this quite a bit. This stuff's really thick and pretty tough. So let's see. I'm going to put my finger on the top here. We're going to do a little push cut. There we go. I'll tell you, man, this propane hose for its size is deceptively strong. I mean, it's kind of reinforced. It's thick, but like, it's able to cut through it. Had to put a little bit of effort. If I would have stood up and put my weight down on it, definitely would have cut it a lot easier. Set that off to say, you had to come through and, like, say, split this hose in half. There we go. See, I was able to put a little bit more weight on there. Split it in half, no problem. The old extension cord, guys. I don't know why you would need to cut an extension cord, but we're going to cut an extension cord, okay? I am going to stand up for this because it is wire in there. Bam. Look at that. pop that right off. No problem. So if you had to, for whatever reason, had to cut through some wire, you could, no problem. Let's check out this edge real quick. Ooh, nope. No rolling, no chipping. It's still sharp. It's a little weed trimmer line here. Come in here and cut little pieces off. No problem. Every time I cut it off, they'll go shooting over there. So don't know why. Just takes off. Let's say for whatever reason you had to trim a piece of this corrugated pool hose off. You're out working on your pool and you need to trim it down for whatever reason. Come in here, do a little stab in there, and it just turn the hose and cut you off your piece, nice and even. So, probably could work very well, like if you were working on your car, had a radiator hose you had to cut. Feather sticks. Let's go here. So this is a, I don't know. I don't even think this is a 1/4 inch. Yeah, I think it might be a 1/4 inch round wood dowel. But come in here easily, sit here, make your wood shavings, make your vampire steaks, if you will. You never know, them pesky vampires like to come out in the campgrounds, you know. Especially have an upside down pineapple sitting in their trailer. Yeah. You guys don't know what that is. Don't look it up. So you can easily make a fire stick, or a feather stick, I should say. What else we got here? Oh, this is seasoned almond wood. I mean, if you had to come in here and, you know, slice off some nice shavings, you could easily do that as well. Make you some like little fire curls, like so. Help out with your fire. Or if you, you know, had a little bit of a thinner piece and you needed to, do a little bit of batoning. I mean, obviously, look, this isn't a batoning knife, guys, but you're not going to be batoning through, you know, super thick pieces of wood. But these little smaller pieces, you definitely can. Hey, look at that. Pretty good. Let's do it again. Just why not? With this nice steep kind of, I want to say it's a hollow grind. I want to say it's like a saber grind. It's nice because it actually, as you're batoning through, it is pushing the wood away from itself. And it's helping to split the wood. So right here, well, you guys can see this, but I got a knot right there. So we're gonna go through that knot with this Safe the Best baton stick, guys. It's actually a wood dowel. Which I'm surprised this wood dowel hasn't broke yet. There we go. Think if I would have had if I had a little bit bigger batoning stick, I would have went through that knot quite a bit faster. Damn, let's show you that. So that was kind of the knot right there that I was going through. But yeah, I mean, if you had to baton down some smaller pieces, you can do it no problem. Check out this edge. Again, it's sharp, no issues. Come in here. After you get that whittled down, again, you need that kind of feather stick. Get that fire going. Get in here. Make those feather sticks. No problem. Got a nice tip to it as well. I don't know if you guys can see that. Got a nice thick tip. So if you had to come in and do some stabbing, check that tip. Nope, no damage at all. Let's see how far we can penetrate. When was the last time you guys seen one of these? A phone book. I didn't even know they still made these, and I got this in the mail the other day. But let's flip it over. We're gonna do a little stab test here. See how far we get through here. As you can see, went about yay far. And yeah, went about a quarter of the way through the phone book. About a quarter of the way. Let's do it again. Was this made to be a stabber? No, but it can stab, obviously. Let's see here. Phone book paper. Yep, cutting it nicely. Pretty slick. Oh, the other fun rope everybody loves to cut, right? With this poly rope, if you will. Put this right here. You had to come in here and cut some of this up. When you're out on your fishing boat or whatever, had to cut some of that. Oop. Come in there and cut some off if you needed to. Keep sliding my hand out of there. There we go. Yeah, this poly rope, man, this stuff is crazy how tough it can be. One of the problems I'm having, I'm not getting a good grip on it either. So, there we go. Cut through that poly rope. And this stuff is like multiple strands. So it's like, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 strands in there that you're trying to cut through at one time. I mean, if you were to break them down individually, I mean, it's almost weird. It's almost like there's like another 5 strands in each one of the strands. So, come in here, cut that down in half, no problem. Hate cutting this stuff up though. It makes a mess. I mean, because then you wind up with this. Looks like Goldilocks is shedding out here. But oh, you had to get through some jean material to, let's say, render some first aid. You can easily come in there. So when it's stopping, what's happening is as I'm cutting through the jeans, I'm sliding off the edge here and catching the finger choil. There we go. So if I did my part and I kept the blade where I wanted it, I could easily keep going all the way down through. Here's the seam of the pants, which is, you know, generally a stronger point in your pants. Cut through it, no problem. So overall, if you're just using this for kind of small EDC everyday camp task, it's not a bad blade at all, guys. This thing's pretty awesome. It's very comfortable. I mean, it just feels really nice in the hand. Don't feel any hot spots on it. The jimping is nicely done. It's aggressive enough that you got traction, but not overly aggressive where it's going to be hurting your thumb after a while. Sometimes when you get jimping on a knife, you start, really bearing down on it, and all of a sudden you feel these hot spots forming on your thumb. As I'm sitting here doing this, I don't feel like it's rubbing my thumb raw. They did a really good job with this knife. For their first in-house blade, I think they did a fantastic job. The grinds are all level. It's funny because they kind of had to learn how to grind doing this for the most part. But looking at it, I mean, they did a fantastic job. I mean, everything looks very symmetrical. There's like this side isn't higher than the other on the grind. Everything looks really nice. The nice polished edge is still sharp. Let's see, take the hair off my arm still. Yep, still taking hair off my arm. I don't know if you guys can see that. They just did a really, really good job with this. I mean, it's a cool little EDC knife. I don't know what else to say about it. I mean, it's just awesome. Like I said, it comes with a nice leather sheath. I'm sure if you reach out, I know Aaron is making some Kydex, or he's going to be making some Kydex sheaths. Due to the nature of these being handmade, essentially, for the most part, you would have to order your knife from him with a Kydex or send your knife in, because it has to be molded and fitted, because there are always subtle differences in handmade knives. Even though they're all fairly much the same, there are little just nuanced differences, and the Kydex has to be molded around those differences essentially. So, you know, if you do decide you want to order one of these, make sure, you know, you specify whether or not you want Kydex or leather. I believe the Kydex is going to cost you more. I can't remember what the pricing is on these, so you have to hit up Aaron Morgan on Instagram and Facebook to find that out. But man, these guys did a killer job. Oh, one thing I did want to check. I haven't tried this yet. I just happen to have a fire rod here. Can we do some sparks here with the old ferro rod? Because it feels like a 90-degree spine. Oh, yep, sure can. There you go. You can also throw your sparks through the fire rod. But man, you know, Nate and Aaron designing some fantastic blades. I mean, between the Kermit, the Brush Wolf, and the Solidago. Always have a hard time getting this out of my sheath for some reason. The Solidago. I don't think you can go wrong. I mean, this is almost like a fantastic camp trio right here. I mean, you got your small blade for, you know, EDC little tasks. You got the Brush Wolf, which is a nice medium-sized blade for, I mean, I've done a lot of stuff with this blade. I've made a lot of fires with this thing. And then for your larger chopping task, I mean, the Solidago. I mean, if you watched my video on that, I mean, you can beat the hell out of this thing too. I mean, this is almost like a fantastic camp trio. So definitely recommend picking any of these up. But they're all fantastic blades. I'll have links to Mountain Air Outdoors in the description below. Thanks for watching. Stay safe, stay sharp, and please hit like and subscribe if you haven't done so. Stay tuned for more content. I'm always trying to get more stuff and do more videos. And if you like what you see, please share. Thanks again. Stay safe, stay sharp, and we'll see you next time.